Welcome back, children of grade 8, for our today's English class. In the last class, we have seen about simple tense and will continue the session with the next tense form, that is continuous tense or otherwise progressive tense. Today in our English class, we are going to see the next chapter in our grammar unit, chapter 7, tenses. Tenses are otherwise called as verb tenses because it completely depends on the verbs. First of all, let's see what is meant by tenses. The word tense comes from the Latin word tempus, which means time. So, tenses denotes the time of action of the verb. So children, tense is a word that was derived from a Latin word tempus, which means time. So, tense denotes the time of the action of the verb. Then what is meant by verb, children? That we already know that verbs are the words that describe an action, an occurrence, or a state of being. That is known as verb. So, as I already told you, children, the word tense is derived from the Latin word tempus, which means time. So, tense is a form of verb. Tense is a form of verb which used to express the action when it takes place. That is, when an action is, was, or will be performed. Express when an action is, was, or will be performed based on the time frame. That is, when the action is taking place. We can divide or categorize tenses into three types. First one is present tense, second one is past tense, and the third one is future tense. Now, children, let's watch a video about these three tenses with an examples. Hello, children. Do you want to improve your English? We all know that we need to improve our roots and good fruits. Children, to get good fruits of English, we are now going to learn the root of English. That is, going to learn tenses today. These are the main fundamental pillar for both speaking and writing correct English. You must learn that properly. What exactly is a tense? Tense is a form of a verb that takes to show the time it happened. It actually describes when any action that happened with respect to its time. Now, children, the time of the action could be in past, present, or in future. Children, look at the timeline carefully. The circle represents the present tense. Here, the line which is left to the circle is the time which is already past, and the line which is right to the circle is the future time. So please understand this timeline properly, children, because as we are going to use this timeline for understanding when any action took place with respect to time, as the time could be past, present, or future. Tenses are mainly divided into three types: past tense, present tense, and future tense. Now, each of these three types have four subtypes. First one is simple, second one is continuous, third one is perfect, fourth one is perfect continuous. Consider this as a family tree, children. The grandfather tense is having three children: past, present, and future. And each parent is having four sons with same name, that is simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. Writing them all becomes 12 siblings. That means 12 tenses. We are going to learn each of them. For that, we need to know forms of verbs. which are mainly divided into 5 forms, which are base form, we will denote it as V1. Then past form will denote it as V2. Then past participle form will denote it as V3. Then S or ES form will denote it as VS or ES. Then ing form will denote it as VING. Let's see an example for the verb play. The base form of the verb is play. The past form of the verb is played, and the past participle form is played. S or ES form is plays, and then ing form is playing. Let's see one more example with the verb go. The base form of the verb is go, and the past form is went. Past participle form is gone. S or ES form is goes, and finally the ing form is going. So children, now I think you must be clear about the verb forms. Let's see and move on to the tenses. Children, as I explained you with the family tree, in English we have 12 tenses. Tense is the grandfather. For the grandfather, it has 3 children. First one is present tense, second one is past tense, and third one is future tense. Each parent has its own children in the same name: present simple, present simple, present continuous, present perfect continuous. Coming to the second son: past, past simple, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. These are the children. Then for the son of future, which has the same children, that is simple future, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous. Let's see the next tense form, that is continuous tense, or otherwise called as progressive tense. Children, let's look into all the continuous tenses. First one, present continuous tense. It refers to an action which is currently going on. So the event is still going on by the time we are referring to it. The structure, that is sentence pattern, for present continuous tense is subject, be form plus verb plus ing plus object. Here the be form verb is am and are. Children, you have to select the be form of verb depend upon the first person, second person, and third person. Example, I am playing football right now. Here my action of playing football is still going on. It is not yet completed. Look at the timeline carefully. In this, the center part, that is the action which is still going on. Children, let's see the present continuous tense in detail with some more examples. Continuous tenses are otherwise known as progressive tenses. What is meant by present continuous tense? The action which is happening now, it started in the past and ends in the future. That is present continuous tense, children. Look at the picture here. The boy is running. That means the action is happening now and it started in the past, but it's now continuing and ends in the future. That is known as present continuous tense. Look at the example that was given here, children. Michael is jogging. He is jogging right now. So Michael is jogging, the action is happening now and it started in the past and it ends in the future. That is known as present continuous tense. Let's see the definition and the rules to make the present continuous tense. See here, present continuous tense, or otherwise known as present progressive tense. Am, is, and are plus verb plus ing. This is the pattern for present continuous tense, children. Look at the example for the present continuous tense. I am eating my lunch. I am eating my lunch. When do we use the present continuous tense? Look at the rules here. Actions that are happening now. For example, she is cooking in the kitchen. She is cooking in the kitchen. Look at the example carefully, children. Here, in this example, she is cooking in the kitchen. Now, the action that is happening now. The action that are happening now. So, she is cooking in the kitchen. Then, next one. Action that are temporary. Action that are temporary. For example, they are staying in London for a few days. So see here the action that are temporary. So they are staying in London for few days. So they are not going to stay permanently. For few days they are going to stay in London. So here the action that are temporary. The next one, definite future plans. Definite future plans. For example, I am going hiking tomorrow. Here, I am going hiking tomorrow is a sentence for the definite future plan. So here, definitely he is going to hike tomorrow. So it is confirmed. So it is for example for definite future plans. So children, where we need to use present continuous tense now? Look at the examples. Actions that are happening now, actions that are temporary, definite future plans. For these criterias, we need to use present continuous tense. Okay, children? Children, now let's look at the pattern for making positive, negative and interrogative sentences. Subject, be form of verbs like am, is and are, and plus verb plus ing form. So look at the example given here. He is playing. So for the positive sentence, according to the sentence, we have to use the be form of verb along with the verb with ing form. Present continuous tense. Look at the first one for positive sentence. See the sentence patterns here. The next sentence pattern is for negative sentence. See here the same thing, subject plus be form of verbs like am, is and are along with the negative word not and plus verb plus ing. So see the example given here. He isn't playing. He isn't playing. Int represents not. So negative sentence. So we are using not along with the be form of verbs. The next sentence is interrogative sentence. The sentence pattern, be form of verb plus subject plus verb plus ing. So look at the example given here. Is he playing? With the question mark. Question mark is very important for interrogative sentence, children. So be form of verb plus subject plus verb plus ing. So this is the pattern for interrogative sentence in present continuous tense. Children, let's see some more examples for present continuous tense. So look at here. I, for the subject I, we have to use the be form of verb am plus the subject verb plus ing. That is, I am working. Next sentence is for the subject he, she and it. For he, she and it, we have to use the helping verb is plus verb plus ing. So the example given here is he plus the subject plus be form of verb plus ing. So he is working, she is working, it is working. So this is the example for present continuous tense for the subject he, she and it, children. As I told you, children, present continuous tense or otherwise known as present progressive tense. Continuous tense or otherwise known as progressive tense. So here, as I told you already, am is or plus present participle. Then the subjects like you, we, they, we have to use the be form of verb are. So are plus verb plus ing. So you are working, we are working, they are working. So be clear children, I with the I subject first person we have to use am. With singular you we have to use are. He, she, it we have to use is. So this is the important thing you have to know first. Tony is writing a book. So here the action is going on. Next, for future planned activity, look at the example. We are moving to Iceland next year. So it is a future planned activity. So future planned activity also comes under present continuous tense. And also, as I already told you, the action that are happening now, the activity that are going on now, and future planned activity or comes under present continuous tense. So look at the example for action that are happening now. Look at the timeline here children for present continuous tense. Am is or plus present participle. So see here, so action that is going on plus future plan action. So these are the two timelines between present continuous tense. Look at the rules for present continuous tense children. For I, for the first person singular I, we need to use am plus ing. For second person singular you need to use are plus verb plus ing. For third person singular we need to use he, she, it. We need to use is verb plus ing singular. For plural form we need to use are verb plus ing. That means for we, you, they. So look at the examples given here. I am going. I'm, the short form. Here you can see the contraction for the be form of verb. It is I'm. It should be pronounced as I'm going. You are doing. Instead of you are, we need to use your. So the contraction of R is apostrophe RE. So you're doing. He is seeing. Instead of is apostrophe yes should be used. So he's seeing. She's playing. It's fighting. In the place of plural form, the third person plural form, you, we, they, we need to use are. So you're telling, we're reading, they're reading. They are should be pronounced as their. So children, look at the example. I already told you present continuous tense is used to describe a continued or an ongoing action that is happening now. The action that is happening now in present. For that we need to use present continuous tense. So already we saw the positive, negative and interrogative. So one more example. So with the pattern. So for making positive sentence, subject plus is am and or plus verb plus ing. Is or am or are plus verb plus ing. So see here, he is playing football. It is a positive sentence in present continuous tense. Look at the negative sentence here. See the pattern for negative sentence. Subject plus is or am or are plus not. It is very, very important children. Not is the only word to pinpoint and to mention negative sentence plus verb plus ing. So see the sentence here. He is not playing football. So this is the negative sentence in present continuous tense children. So next, interrogative sentence. So for interrogative sentence, we need to bring the helping verb, that is be form of verbs, to the front. So here is or am or are plus subject plus verb plus ing with the question mark. So question mark is very important in interrogative sentence, and the be form must be brought to the front. So this is the pattern for interrogative sentence in present continuous tense, children. Look at the example for interrogative sentence. Is he playing football? Is he playing football? So is the be form of verb. Subject he must be the next one. Then verb plus ing playing with the question mark. So this is the pattern for interrogative sentence in present continuous tense, children. So that's all we have discussed, and we have seen the definition, pattern, rules with so many examples. Let's move on to the next type of sentence, that is past progressive tense, or it can be called it as past continuous tense. Let's see the next tense, that is past continuous tense. What is meant by past continuous tense? An action which began in the past and was still going on and also until some other action occurred. The structure of past continuous tense is subject plus be form of verb plus ing plus object. Be form of verb means here was or were. For example, I was playing football when you arrived. My action of playing football is still going on until you arrived. Let's look into the timeline. Here in the left, here I have started an action of playing, and it was going on until another action of your arriving occur. Understand the diagram properly, children. Children, let's see in detail about the past continuous tense. In past continuous tense, we are going to use the be form of verb was or were plus verb plus ing. That is known as past continuous tense or past progressive tense. What is meant by past continuous tense? Past continuous tense is to describe an action or activity going on at some time in the past. Children, look at the timeline and the sentence pattern for the past continuous tense. Was or were plus present participle, that is verb plus ing. Look at the timeline here between past and the present, that the action is going on in the past. Look at the formula here. For the subjects I, he, she, it, we need to use was or was not. In negative, we need to use was not. In positive, we need to use was. For the plural form of subjects like we, you, they, we need to use were. In negative, it is weren't plus verb plus ing. So the sentences here are the singular subjects I, he, she, it. We need to use wasn't. So I was reading. He was driving. She was riding. It was reading. Then next one, in for plural form of subjects like we were reading, we were riding, we were driving. So this is the way we need to write, children, for singular and plural form of subjects. When the subject is singular, we need to use be form of verb was. When the same subject is in the plural form, we need to use be form of verb were. Look at the sentences for past continuous tense. For subject I, he, she, it was. So I was singing, he was singing, she was singing, it was singing. For the subjects in the plural form like you, we, they, we need to use be form of verb were. So you were singing, we were playing, they were reading. So this is the way you need to make sentences in past continuous tense, children. Here, where we need to use past continuous tense, that is past progressive tense. So, here, the action that is going on in past or going on activity before another activity. So, here, look at the sentence. For going on activity, we were painting the fence. And the example for ongoing activity before another activity. For example, I was talking when he interrupted. So these are the two examples, and where we need to use past progressive tense. So children, be clear, ongoing activity, that is in past, then ongoing activity before another activity. These are the two places we need to use past continuous tense. Children, let's look at the pattern for making positive, negative and interrogative sentences in past continuous tense. Look at the first one. For positive sentence, to make positive sentence, first we need to start with the subject plus be form of verb was or were plus verb plus ing. So look at the example given here. She was cooking all morning. If the subject in the plural form, we were cooking all morning. Okay, children, are you clear? Let's see the next negative sentence. The pattern here is subject plus was plus were, was or were, plus not plus verb plus ing. So not is the only word to show the negative statement. Look at the example here for negative statement. She was not sleeping when he came home. Look at the subject here, she. So we are used was not. If the subject is we or you or they, we need to use were not. So we were not sleeping when he came home. So this is the pattern for negative statement. Then for interrogative sentence, see the pattern here. For interrogative, what we have to do, children, we have to bring the be form of verbs front. So was or were plus subject plus verb plus ing along with the question mark. Children, let's look at some examples for positive sentences in past continuous tense. See the examples here. I was staying. He was staying. She was staying. It was staying. So here the sentence is, was she sleeping when he came home? Was she sleeping when he came home? If the subject is in the plural form, were we sleeping when he came home? Along with the question mark. So question mark is very, very important in interrogative sentences. So that's all from the positive, negative and interrogative sentences along with the pattern. This is in the case for singular subject. Look at the plural subject forms like you, we, they. We need to use the be form of verb were. So see here, we were staying in Paris. You were staying in Paris. They were staying in Paris. So this is the example for positive sentence in past continuous tense, children. Let's move on to the negative sentences here. Children, here negative sentences. So there is no too much difference in positive and negative sentence. So in negative, we need to use simply not along with the be form of verb. So see here, I was not staying. He was not staying. She was not staying. Instead of not, we can use the contraction, that is wasn't. N apostrophe T. Instead of not, we need to use apostrophe in between N and T. So wasn't. Next, for the singular subject, For plural subject like you, we, they, we need to use were not. So we were not staying in Paris, or otherwise we weren't. Children, let's move on to the interrogative form in past continuous tense. See here, in interrogative, as I already told you, be form of verb should be brought to the front, then subject, then verb plus ing. So see here, was plus I, he, she, it, that is the subject, plus staying, verb plus ing. So was I staying? Was he staying? Was she staying? Staying in Paris. So this is the negative form in past continuous tense, children. This is in the case for singular subject. For plural subject, yes, be form of verb should be where. So were we staying? Were you staying? Were they staying? So this is the interrogative form to make questions in past continuous tense. So see the example, changing over of verb, be form of verb alone from the positive change over of questions. So were we staying in Paris? So this is this interrogative sentence in past continuous tense, children. So now we have discussed about the past continuous tense, definition, rule, and how to make positive, negative, and interrogative sentences in past continuous tense. Let's move on to the next tense, future continuous tense. So children, as I already told you, past continuous tense express the action or task which were ongoing in the past. We cannot determine when the action started and finished. So for it, positive sentence, subject was or were plus verb plus ing, that is he was traveling to Venice. In negative, subject plus was or were plus not plus verb plus ing. So he was not traveling to Venice. In interrogative sentences, was or were plus subject plus verb plus ing. Was he traveling to Venice? Children, let's move on to the next tense, that is future continuous tense. So in this tense, an action which will begin in the future and will still go on until some other action occurs. Structure, that is sentence pattern for future continuous tenses, subject plus will be form plus verb plus ing plus object. For the example here, I will be playing football when you arrive. Here I am predicting the future action of playing will go on until some another action happens. Look at the timeline here. My action of playing football will be on the right side, on and on until my another action arriving comes. Children, let's see some other examples for future continuous tense. Children, let's see in detail about the future continuous tense now. Children, what is meant by future continuous tense? In future continuous tense, the action will start before and ends after another time or action in the future. So, for example, Michael will be jogging at 9. He will be jogging when we eat. Children, look at the timeline here. She will be studying when his brother comes home. So, in future continuous tense, here they have mentioned the time from present to future. So, from 10 to above. Till in future it is just going on. So, they have just mentioned not the exact time here. So, she will begin to study at 10 a.m. His brother comes home at 11 a.m. So, it is an example for future continuous tense. Children, look at the pattern here for future continuous tense, that is future progressive tense. Will be plus present participle. So, where we need to use future continuous tense, ongoing activity in future. It is an ongoing activity in future. So look at the example here. I will be fishing tomorrow. I will be fishing tomorrow. Ian will be singing later. Ian will be singing later. So these two examples for future continuous tense, that is ongoing activity in future. So children, as I told you, future continuous tense is the tense that express the action that will be ongoing at some time in the future. So now let's see the positive, negative and interrogative sentences for future progressive tense. So first one, let's see the positive sentence and the pattern for positive sentence. First, subject plus will be plus verb plus ing. So see the example here. It will be storming tomorrow. So it is going to happen in the future. In continuous, it will be storming tomorrow. So positive sentence, subject will be plus verb plus ing. Let's move on to the negative sentence. That is subject plus will plus not plus be plus verb plus ing. So see the sentence, it will not be storming tomorrow. It will not be storming tomorrow. So in negative sentence, simply we need to add not along with the be form of verb. So this is known as negative sentence in future continuous tense. Then interrogative sentence in future continuous tense, will plus subject plus be plus verb plus ing. So we have to bring the be form of verb to the front. So will it be storming tomorrow? So the sentence is will it be storming tomorrow? So question mark is very, very important for making interrogative sentences, children. So now we have discussed the future continuous tense and its definition, rules with positive, negative and interrogative sentences for the future continuous tense. So children, that's all from the today's session. In today's session, we have discussed the continuous tenses and also known as progressive tenses. In the continuous tenses, we discussed and we have seen about the present continuous tense, past continuous tense and future continuous tense. So see the formula for continuous tenses. First, for present continuous tense, we need to use the be form of verbs like is, am and are. For past continuous tense, we need to use the be form of verbs like was and were. And for future continuous tense, we need to use shall or will be. So these are the be form of verbs that we need to use for present continuous, past continuous and future continuous tenses. Children, let's recap the formula for past, present and future continuous tenses. First one, for present continuous tenses, we need to use am, is for the singular subject and are for the plural subjects plus verb plus ing. Then for past continuous tense, for singular subjects we need to use was, verb plus ing, and for plural subjects we need to use were plus verb plus ing. Then at last for future continuous tense we need to use will plus be plus verb plus ing. So children, these are the formulas for the continuous tenses of present, past and future. So by heart all the formulas and make sentences properly according to the situation using the continuous tenses.